Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in again to the Mass Retirees Weekly Update. Today's Friday, June 12th. I'm Sean Duhamel and I've got some really great news to share with our members. Beginning today, we are rolling out a telehealth platform that will be free of charge to Medicare enrollees. Now, this telehealth platform is designed to do two things. First, we want to make sure that our members stay safe and healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Secondly, for those of you who have a chronic illness that you need to manage and conditions that you need to monitor, this platform can help you do that. Now, before I get into the details of exactly what this is all about and how you can access it, let me share some other good news with you. Yesterday, our July edition of The Voice, which of course is our bi-monthly newsletter, began to be mailed to our members. So between today and early next week or the middle of next week, all of our members, all of you, should receive the July edition of The Voice in your mailbox. This newsletter is once again chock full of all kinds of important information about your retirement, about your pension, about Social Security, about retiree health insurance. So if you are a retired Massachusetts public employee or even an active Massachusetts public employee who's thinking about retiring, and I know we have roughly 70,000 teachers and state employees alone who are eligible for retirement. If you fall into these categories, then this is the information source for you. We don't have any advertising in the newsletter. We don't load it up with any kind of fluff. It's all factual, straightforward information about those categories. And as either a retiree or an active employee who's nearing retirement, this information is essential to you. Now, in this newsletter, we have a bunch of different articles, as we always do, but something in particular that I want to highlight. Now, those of you who are Mass Retirees members, you know that over the last few months during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been holding a series of telephone town halls. And this is our way of trying to reach you and engage with our members in any different imaginable way possible. As I said, this newsletter only comes out every other month, but we need to make sure that we're getting you information on a regular basis. So it's through the emails that we send out on Fridays, through the Facebook Friday videos that I'm doing right now, but also we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to interact with us and ask questions and get more detailed information about the things that are important to you. So telephone town halls are an excellent way to do that. All you need is a phone to call in, you listen, you don't need to be on a computer, you don't need to be tech savvy. All of us know how to use a telephone. So in the newsletter, we have a schedule of events. We have 4 pre-scheduled upcoming telephone town halls. We have a dedicated toll-free number that we have established to make it as simple as possible for our members to call in and participate. All that information is contained in this newsletter. But real quick, we have 2 very important telephone town hall meetings coming up in 2 weeks. On June 23rd, Tuesday, June 23rd, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts will be joining us for an hour to answer your questions, to talk about the local health insurance programs that thousands of our members are enrolled in. So if you are a Blue Cross Blue Shield subscriber, please mark down on your calendar that Tuesday, June 23rd is the Blue Cross Telephone Town Hall. The very next day, on Wednesday, June 24th, we are very fortunate to be joined by Congressman Richard Neal, who of course is a congressman from Springfield, Mass., but most importantly, he is our lead sponsor of legislation to reform the Social Security windfall elimination provision. Richie Neal is also the chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. So he's a pretty important, pretty busy guy, and we are delighted to have him join with us and talk about what's going on in Washington with WEP reform, with the COVID-19 assistance programs, with unemployment, and with all the other things that Congressman Neal, as chairman of Ways and Means, is directly involved in. We can't be more excited to have him be joining with us for an hour-long program. And again, that information is in here. All Mass Retirees members are welcome and invited to join with us. So please do. And we're going to be holding more of these events as we go forward. We have 2 additional events scheduled that are listed in here. One focused on our legislative program here in Massachusetts. The second Massachusetts-focused town hall will be on the state budget, and we're hopeful for both of those events that we will have state legislators joining with us on those calls to talk about what they're seeing, answer your questions, and make this as interactive as we can. But back to my original point. Also in this newsletter is information about telehealth care, but most importantly, about our partnership here at Mass Retirees with a company called Senscio Systems. They're a Massachusetts-based company, and they have a product called the Ibis Program. And you may have might remember learning about Senseo about a year ago when we profiled their service in, I believe, the July of 2019 Voice. And at that time, it was just an interesting concept and product that we decided we would follow along and let you guys know about it and just see where it went. And here we are a year later, and they have a fantastic program that we believe is ready to be rolled out and offered to our members. And that's exactly what we are going to do. This program, while it's available to others, it's not being marketed or brought to other organizations. This is an exclusive relationship that we have with Senseo. We are working hand in hand with them on this to make sure that our members are well served by it. And as I said at the beginning, this is free to all Medicare enrollees. Now, unfortunately, at this time, the product is not being made available through the other insurance companies for non-Medicare retirees. We're hoping to get to that point, and I know that Unicare and Blue Cross and the GIC, they're looking at a variety of telehealth programs right now, and the Ibis program through Senseo is one of the programs that they're looking at. We feel very comfortable with this program. As a matter of fact, Cheryl Stillman and Ralph White, who all of you know and love, are both enrollees in the Ibis program. Cheryl helped me take Ibis for a test drive. I went down to her house to visit with her last week, so I've held it in my hands and I've seen how it works, and it's very, very simple. So really, they're focused on two things. As I mentioned, we want to make sure that all of our members, particularly during this COVID-19 pandemic, remain healthy and safe. And Ibis has set up a program that can help you monitor your health on a daily basis. So checking your temperature, checking your blood oxygen level, things like that, and working with the other plug-in programs that are part of Ibis will help you monitor your health and hopefully also keep you healthy. And the details of that are in the newsletter. The second piece of this, and really the root of what Ibis is all about, is working with those retirees who have chronic illnesses. So let's take chronic diabetes, for instance. You know that you have to monitor your glucose and take, use all the different blood monitoring equipment, and remember to take your insulin if you're insulin dependent, and just really manage and monitor your overall health. And there's a whole bunch of other illnesses that fall into those similar categories. Well, this platform, which works on a tablet computer, very similar to an iPad, in fact, it looks a lot like an iPad, very straightforward. It will provide you the ability on a day-to-day basis to manage and monitor your health care. So to remember to take your medication, to remember to check your glucose levels and your blood oxygen level and your temperature, all those sorts of things. And all that information goes into this platform. And at the other end of it, at the Senseo end, they have healthcare professionals working with them to monitor all of this information that comes in. And if the computer flags something that seems unusual or of a concern, a doctor or nurse or another healthcare professional will directly reach out to you to make sure that everything is okay. And if something is wrong, this platform will help put you in touch with your own personal doctor and make sure that you're getting the care that you need before things get out of control, or before there's an accident, or before an illness really has time to really take hold. It's really that frontline defense and insurance that everybody needs in order to really stay healthy. And we're very happy to be able to bring this to our members, to offer it to you, again, for Medicare retirees at absolutely no cost. And it's something that we think is going to be value added to our members. So take a look in the newsletter. But if you'd like to contact Ibis directly, you can go online. They have a website. And let me give it to you now. Ibis is IBIS, again, IBIS. So it's ibisprogram.com. Again, Ibis, IBIS, program.com. You can also call a toll-free number for more information or to enroll over the telephone. That number is 888-626-9995. Again, 888-626-9995. Make sure you tell them that you're a Mass Retirees member. That way that they can put you in their system as such. And this program, again, for Medicare enrollees is free of charge. Look to your newsletter. We have a lot more information than I can possibly provide on a video. You can also reach out directly to Cheryl Stillman, who I said is using the program for her, to pick her brain and get her insights on how all of this works. And you can always call myself or Frank Valeria or any of the officers here at Mass Retirees, whether it's about Ibis or any other concern or question that you might have relative to your retirement. So with that, I'm going to sign off again for this week. Thank you so much for your support of Mass Retirees. You stay healthy and you stay safe. Thank you.